Welcome back, guys. We always love seeing our friend Kirk Kendrick from Arctic Food Equipment. Hey, how you doing? You look great, like always.
Oh, thank you.
He's always so fashionable, isn't he?
Always.
It was a rough getting around this morning for some reason.
It was rough getting around this morning? Let's talk about it.
Getting old.
So what'd you bring today, Kurt?
Well, I thought we'd talk about something a little more practical today, since staffing has become an issue for almost every restaurant. Prices of food have been skyrocketing as well. So people are looking for ways to keep portion control better and tighter. That saves you a lot of money when you consider a few ounces off here and there with something like beef that's up to $9 to $10.50 a pound. For steaks. You know, that will lose you a lot of money real fast.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're losing a pound in every 3 or 4 movements.
Yeah, exactly.
So portioning scales can help to keep everything tighter for you in that realm. There are lots of different scoop choices that are sized by ounceage. And that way you're getting consistent plates built all the time to keep everything even and
Not
fair.
just for ice cream.
No. No, in fact,
Not just for ice cream.
In fact, those kind you do not use for ice cream unless you want to break the heads off of them pretty quick.
Gotcha.
Ice cream places use a real solid
I need to
ice
get
cream
different
scoop.
sizes because it depends. Like sometimes I use it for cookie dough.
Yeah.
For rice.
Yeah.
For butter. Like in restaurants, I can imagine them doing that so it's exact
For
same
sides.
portions for sides.
Exactly
yeah.
right. Exactly right. And also in prep, that way you can have things pre-built, and when you're easily measuring everything to where you don't have to find 15 different things, that cuts down the time that your staff is having to spend doing your prep work too. And since you're short, that's needed. There's also tools for that. Slicers that can do a lot of your vegetables very quickly instead of by hand with a knife.
All right.
I kind of like that now.
Yeah,
These will do
good
your
idea.
fries and other
so
harder
cool.
vegetables into julienne style. They have different plates that can go on to do different kind of cuts on several of the different ones. There's also ones that work up and down as well. Then those books that are in front of you are a couple new items. This is amazing. Unox created what they call a hot fridge. So when you're cooling down food to store it after you've cooked it and stuff, and it comes through that certain temperature zone, that's where bacteria and everything can grow the most, is in that certain range. So the reheat and cool down process is what makes foodborne illness really dangerous. This keeps your food at service temperature for 72 hours.
Oh my.
So you can serve several days out of it and nothing loses its consistency. They served us rice out of it that had been held for 60 hours. And it was still singularly grained with the right consistency, not mushy. It pumps in the right amount of steam, pulls out steam if need be, keeps everything perfect. They also served us short ribs, and they were still crisp on the tips, perfectly moist in the middle. Amazing.
That's nice. We have to be more efficient.
More
these days.
efficient. So you do 1 day of prep, you fill up your hot fridge, you serve for 3 to 4 days, and...
So wait, I have a question then, Kurt. I make dinners at night and eat the leftovers the next day. Am I heating it up wrong the next day? Leftovers?
No, heating it back up is fine. It's just that process of pulling him through that certain temperature range over and over. Like if you have a lasagna and you have to eat him for 4 days to get through.
Which I do.
Oh, we do too on the farm.
So far, so good.
It's
still
good.
kicking.
That's right. Nobody's died.
Nobody's died. You're just
Like, I eat enchiladas. I make my mom's enchiladas in a 9x13 pan, and I eat it the rest of the week.
And
Well,
none of
that's what we
going
do
to waste.
here in the Midwest. You eat every bit of it until it's gone. But think about then that up and down process, because some people, instead of taking a portion and reheating it, will reheat the whole pan each time.
No, that's what we always just take a little bit out.
Yes, and then we heat that part.
That's the better thing
That's
to do.
the better thing to do.
Okay, I'm safe.
But in a restaurant, they don't want to take a piece out and just stick it in a microwave. So you pull him back up to heat and then you serve out of your for the day. So that takes care of many days worth of repetitive prep when you can have everything at service temperature for 72 hours. That's a good long while and reduces a lot of staff needs. The other one in your hand is a speed oven, which combines microwave convection impingement, which is forced air pressed down like in the pizza ovens, and infrared coming up from the bottom so you can crisp the bottom of a pizza. It'll cook a pizza super fast. You can do a chicken breast in like 2 minutes and 40 seconds from raw.
Seriously?
Wait, we need that.
By manipulating.
Is that expensive?
They carry a decent price tag, not over the top, I don't feel, for
But
what
for a
they
restaurant,
do.
for what they do,
But for
that
the
would be great.
consideration of that could replace an
Yeah.
entire staff member on your line because you've just cut your plate times
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
in half.
Yeah.
Have you seen us try to cook? Try to cook chicken?
I've been here trying to cook stuff with you before, blowing fuses everywhere.
I think you hold the
Extinguishers
record.
out. Yeah.
Kurt Kendrick holds the record for more fuses blown in one segment
I mean,
on the show. We almost had a blackout.
Right.
when I do it,
He does it right.
I just get down to it and do it,
You really
you know.
I love that.
By the way, too, what is this
Yes,
really fast?
that's your scale.
That's the portioning scale. So, like, lots of places will line that with like a deli, wax deli sheet or the plastic bag, and then they can portion out their raw portions of meats and
Yeah.
and veg and whatever. So their chefs on the line have already slated, this is 6 ounces, this is 4
I want this,
ounces.
too.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that.
You know, these things could help you at home too.
They sure can. There's lots of crossover between the things. And like my brother-in-law does tons of huge fish fries for our church and for other events and stuff. So he's bought fry cutters from me and big fryers and stuff like that because, you know, he does a lot of that on the side.
Yeah. Nothing.
Can I ask a favor for next time, too?
Yes.
I want to know how you make crinkle fries.
How you make crinkle cut fries?
Yes. Do you have a machine for that?
Yeah.
I think there
Can you
is
look
a
for one?
machine for that.
'Cause I don't know what it is
It's got
about
a
crinkle
wavy
cut.
blade.
You just like the texture or something.
And it holds the salt and the crinkles.
Holds
Yeah.
the sauce too.
See, they're
better.
my least favorite.
Are they?
Hi.
I like curly cues the best.
Oh, I do like those, too. Man, I'm getting hungry now.
I know. And I didn't bring any food. I said I wasn't.
Oh, that's okay.
Said I wasn't cooking today because I'd have to get up at 4.
That's right. No
Guys,
worries.
make sure you head to Arctic Food Equipment. It's open to everybody. I've bought a lot of items for my kitchen there, commercially and residentially. Thanks so much, Kurt.
You're very welcome. Good to see
Coming
you.
up, comedian Michael Yo is here with all the details on his comedy show at the Blue Room Comedy Club. It's coming up next. No, I seriously.